The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, UNU Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Joined your channel.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ask for Candy, where a bunch of powerhouse women and a few brave dudes get together online to talk about love, sex, relationships, and what it takes to be amazing on the daily. I am Candice Harper, lovecoach.com. I teach and inspire audacious intimacy to powerful, professional, grown women who want real relationships from seductive singlehoods. More importantly, I help hardworking women who have survived abuse become vibrant, alive, magnetic, and passionate so they can easily recognize and create healthy relationships. I see my guest tonight, Shantan, just signed in. Hi, Shantan. I'm glad that you're here. Tonight, I was supposed to be coming to you from Amityville, New York, and I was going to go out to my guest expert tonight, who I'm going to introduce you to in a little while. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Kenya. I was supposed to have gone out to Amityville. I know, woo, spooky. But I woke up with like such a tummy ache. I couldn't do it. Like I just couldn't get it together. I ate way too much dairy yesterday, probably enough to choke a horse. And I know better. I should have done better, and I did not do better. So today I ended up sticking around the neighborhood, staying close to home. Hi, DJ Tall Guy. But my expert is going to be patching in very shortly, and it's going to be sort of a fun show because I got the Beagle is out, so you might see him. You might get to meet him. But before I introduce my expert or anything else, if you are a lifestyle badass, a therapist, a coach, etc., if you want to be expert at something and you want to come on and you have some sort of product or service that you want to plug and you want to talk to the people, you have some value to bring, I am looking for you. If you live in the tri-state area, I will come to you, interview you, we'll have a good fun time and, leave some nuggets of wisdom, and somebody out there needs to hear what you have to say. So if you're on and you're listening and you're one of those types of people, just hit me up. I'm going to give you all the contact information because I'm lining up for summer. And I don't know, I think I announced it last week, but this whole summer is going to be the summer of the Badass Bachelor. So especially if you're like a badass bachelor who's up to amazing things, then I definitely want you on the show. I think I have a badass bachelor on tonight. He's going to tell us all about his business, when I introduce him later. So you are either on your TuneIn app on your smart device listening to Armed Radio, or maybe you're in the garden on armedradioglobal.com. We're also on iHeartRadio. So if you have an Alexa, you can ask for Candy. And for the streamers, we're available on Spotify and Spreaker. Or maybe you're live here with me on Facebook. We are all over the place with the Facebook Live because tonight I'm doing something that I don't normally do. First of all, I'm doing it on my phone because I'm patching in my guests. And second of all, I went back to my timeline as opposed to my business page, which reminds me that I now have to also share it to my business page. And I want you guys to be out there sharing this live, to whatever pages you have, and whatever people you feel like might benefit from all this goodness that we're going to have. Let's see, share to a page. That I love the technology stuff, but I'm just learning all the new and different ways. Oh, here's the Beagle. The Beagle's here. I don't know if you can see him. All the new and different ways I can actually apply all of it. Say hi, Beagle. There's the Beagle. That's the Beagle. So you guys on the audio can't see, but I have a very sweet Beagle here with me who's probably going to need a lot of attention during the course of the show. Anyway, I see Joe Artizone. Welcome, Joe. I'm glad that you're here. Also, we're not doing a call in tonight because, like I said, I'm using my phone to do the video. The Beagle's jumping around, making all kinds of ruckus. But you can email me at askforcandypodcast@gmail.com and comment or question live on Facebook. Okay, so like I said, I'm Candice Harper, lovecoach.com. My talent is conversation. My passion is personal growth. And my purpose is to teach and inspire radical self-acceptance in myself and others so that we can all have our best possible love life. And so tonight and every night, every Monday night, we have a conversation. We're not here to hand down a bunch of dating and relationship rules. We're not here to, right and wrongs. We're not here to shame your love situation. Our only intention is to create audacious intimacy, seductive singlehoods, and healthy relationships. And so we're going to do what we do, which is have our conversation. We're going to engage, educate, enlighten all of us. And Erica's, you guys engage, educate, and enlighten me too in the areas of love, sex, relationships, and vibrating high. Tonight's topic, saying what you mean and memeing what you say. And the goal of this show is to get us all using social media in a positive way. Now, what I'm going to do is actually patch my guest expert in today, the good Reverend, and then I'm going to give his intro so you guys can get to know him. All right, let me find you, Reverend. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I just invited you to watch, which you're already here to watch, so I don't need to do that. We're learning. Okay, we're bringing him on camera. Reverend Brown, hopefully you're ready to come on camera very soon. I see that it's saying that it's adding. I love technology. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. There's the Reverend. You're going to have to talk really loud because I have you near the mic, but I want to make sure that they can hear you out in the audio world. Yeah, I have a little bit of delay because I can hear myself. But you're gonna feel like you're yelling and you're using your outside voice. Okay. Are you cool with that? Like you're in the pulpit. You got to be hollering at folks.
No problem whatsoever.
Yeah, I haven't heard any signs of yelling though. Say it real loud. Be like, no problem. All right, Rev. I feel like the more we get into this conversation, the louder you'll get, which will be good. Right? Okay. So the reason I wanted to bring you on, first of all, let me tell you guys a little bit about the pastor. Let me turn this down a little bit while I'm talking. So the good pastor here, Pastor Shannon Brown, is a God-fearing, loving, caring man that loves to enjoy life and edify those he comes in contact with. He is the father of 3 beautiful children, pastor of Divine Impartation Church International, and his mission in life is to change the lives of people through the Word of God. That sounds like a great mission, Pastor. So I want to give you an opportunity to get acquainted with everybody. And don't forget about the audio people. You got to be nice and loud for them. Tell us about you.
I just want to say thank you to you, Candice, for having me on. I truly appreciate you giving me the platform to be your audience and tell everybody a little bit about it. Like she said, my name is Pastor Shannon Brown. I'm from Arizona, New York. I'm a father of 3 beautiful children. I am the senior pastor and founder of Divine Impartation Church International Broadcast. That is my mission of life, to change the lives of people with the Word of God. And, it's amazing because never in a million years where I thought I was going to be in ministry. But God had other plans for my life, so here I am. He called and I answered the phone. And like my bio says, I just love to enjoy life. I love to laugh. I love to travel. I'm a family-oriented person. As you can see, I like to eat. I got a thick and amazing. I'm being more disciplined with that. Not living to eat and eat to live. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
I love it.
I say what I mean. I say cut and dry. I'm confrontational. Meaning, if it's an issue or problem, I'm going to confront you about it.
Yeah.
And, I'm a clown to my heart, though. I really, really am. People that know me, they know that I'm a clown. And I've been a clown my whole life. I don't think that will ever change. But some people are too serious. They need to laugh a little bit,
I totally agree with that. I believe we take too many things way too seriously.
Such is life. Some people need to take a deep breath and just relax.
Right?
People are so anxious about what is going to happen and depressed about what has already happened that they can't enjoy the present. That's why they call it the present, because it's a gift.
Yeah.
And life is a gift. So you have to enjoy every moment you have, because life is not promised to everybody every day, so you got to enjoy it while you can.
Absolutely. Amen to that. So a big reason that I wanted to bring you on is because I wanted to do this show about memes and social media, and how so often we use social media as a weapon against each other or as a way to help each other. There's a lot of different uses for how we engage. I'm sorry, I just want to turn this down a little bit. for how we engage on social media. And what I wanted to do, because I noticed that, like me, you're very much a meme poster. And what I like about a lot of the memes that you post is that you post a lot of positivity, a lot of encouragement, and things like that. And I tend to post things that, like, if it's something I know I need to hear, I post it. Or if it's a lesson I feel like I just learned, I post it, because I know that if I needed to learn it or if I needed to hear it, there's somebody else out there that needed to hear it.
Absolutely. Another wave that I'm on right now is I'm on a 4-year encouragement with the positivity.
Yeah.
There's so much negativity out there everywhere. And so I have to do my part to flood the earth and keep people inspired. And you never know who's watching. You know, and I get so many inboxes and texts and calls. And a dude, some guy tagged me in a post yesterday. He said, "Man, you are the voice of reason." He said, "I just love your positivity." I don't even notice it, to be honest with you. But obviously he follows me, he follows what I'm doing, so, and he's encouraged by, you know, the positive energy that I'm putting out. So this is why I keep doing it, because you just never know whose life you're affecting.
Absolutely. And I want to, because I picked out the last 3 posts that you did, and I want to share with people so they kind of get an idea of what you normally post, and then we're going to dissect some of your more controversial posts. What do you think about that? And by controversial, I just mean the ones that, like, really sparked conversation, right? And
I'm the most freest brother you're ever meet in your life. So whatever you choose to bring up, let's talk about it. I'm not scared of nothing or nobody.
Oh, good. And those of you who are watching, you guys always know that you're part of this conversation. So, you know, whatever you want to chime in about, you want to talk to us about it, feel free. Now, Reverend, are you hearing me like on an echo?
No.
Or do I say, okay.
Has he got his speaker on?
I don't, do you have a speaker on, Reverend Brown?
No.
Is the speaker on your computer or on any of your phones?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I'm hearing myself echo, and I don't know if it's just...
Right, so he's got to have the speaker on.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's because I'm going live on my Instagram, but
Yeah. But I think you can just turn it down and it'll still record. Because the mic will still work.
Yeah, I can just put it right over here.
Yeah. Well, if any of your devices that you're recording on, just turn them down. Because you won't need that. You won't need that. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I mean, you should be able to hear me on at least one of them.
Is that better?
I don't know. Is that better, Jimmy, or you still hear echo?
You're still coming through.
Yeah, I'm still kind of echoing through. I don't know. You know what I'll do? I'll just turn down whenever I'm talking.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, okay. So I want to read, here's one of your first ones. I'll just read through these 3 that I got. The first one is, God's releasing new levels of supernatural momentum upon you this week. Tap in. I like that one. Talk about that a little bit, what you meant by that.
The prophetic word that was given for this year was marvelous wonders, extraordinary goodness of the greatness of our God, and that this is the year of the abundant harvest, also that this is the year that we will wear God's glory. And since January, God has been speaking a lot about the supernatural, but right now is the season where a lot of supernatural things are happening. And what I mean by supernatural, I mean it's just not natural. And God is a supernatural God. I am a supernatural being connected to a supernatural God, a supernatural being. So supernatural results are manifesting in my life where it's outside of the hand of man, where it's God literally manifested himself in our lives personally. So this momentum that has started, it's really like a snowball effect. Because as long as that ball keeps rolling, it's going to keep picking up. And so this is why I say you got to get in. You got to get in on it, and then you got to, it's going to take an act of your faith that you take in on what God is doing. And so many people miss it, or they miss the move of God because they believe that God is going to do everything. But they don't understand that it's a part that we play. God is the helper, but we have to initiate. And as we initiate and start, then he kicks in. You get what I'm saying? So, you walk by faith, and it's the same. any area of life, what you're endeavoring to do, what you're inspiring to do, your dreams, your goals, your business, your husband, your wife, your house, your finances, your debt, whatever it is, you got to start somewhere. If you don't start, then it's never going to happen. And so again, once you start taking that first natural step, then God, as you initiate, He's going to put His super on your natural, and then bam, that supernatural momentum takes off. And once it takes off, you're armed and extremely dangerous, Candice.
I like that. I like how you brought in that we do have responsibility to take inspired action.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I think sometimes people, and even in sort of like the spiritual woo-woo conversation, people get nervous around words like supernatural, because then they start to, and by nervous, I just mean like maybe a lack of understanding of what that is, and thinking that it's something ghostly or something that's mythical. Yeah, but I mean, the way that I define it is that, when we do take inspired action, I do believe, and I refer to God as the universe or as love, I do believe that, the world, we're one big amoebic energy. And so when we start taking inspired action, the universe supports us, like things come together on our behalf. Yeah.
I mean, everybody has their different interpretations or definitions of the supernatural of God, et cetera, et cetera. But, once you experience something, and once you see for yourself, the Bible talks about how you taste and see that the Lord is good. So once you taste and see, I've seen the supernatural manifest in my life and in the lives of others on so many different occasions that, it would be almost impossible to convince me otherwise. Mm-hmm. Because, once you understand something, you never doubt it. And I understand how the supernatural works, because not only have I experienced it, but I'll share a story. I remember back in 2006, ex-boss of mine, his family member was in a coma for 6 months. And he was telling me, and I said to him, I said, Pete, do you mind if I pray for your aunt? Because the next day she was supposed to have the tracheotomy. They was going to cut do the thing in her neck so that she could talk or whatever. And I remember we prayed. I remember asking God for a miracle for her. And it was a Thursday afternoon. And I remember coming to work that Friday morning. He called me in his office and he closed the door. At that moment, I knew something had happened. Mm. And he said to me, he said, Chantal, what did you do? So I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, well, we need to see our aunt last night. Not only did she come out of the coma, but she doesn't need to have the tracheotomy done. He said, the miracle you prayed for, it happened. I said, well, it wasn't me. I said, I just invited God into the situation. Mm. And so he said to me, he says, well, we've been praying for months about this. I said, well, Pete, I said, I'm a Christian, you're a Catholic. I said, it's different. I said, you've been praying, but you've been praying the wrong way. Mm. And I said, one thing about God is He's never going to violate His precepts and His, the way we're supposed to do things. He's not going to violate the way He does things or the order that He put in place. Even though He wanted your aunt healed, you guys were going about it, doing it the wrong way. Mm. And this is why you didn't see the desired results. Mm. So then I began to teach him how to pray the right way, and it just changed his whole life. Mm. And so and that was a supernatural act of God. And the doctor was shocked and amazed, like what, because they were ready to do the surgery the next day, and then she came out of the coma. The period I prayed for her, she came out of the coma, made a full recovery, and I think she was out of there by like that. She went home like that Saturday or whatever, and she's alive and doing great today. So you see, man or beast nothing speaks louder than proof. Man or beast cannot argue with proof. And so when these things happen, this is what science and scientists, the supernatural boggles their mind. Mm. Because they're always trying to, the biggest thing with science now is science is always trying to make invention greater than creation. When the creator created the inventor. So how could you make the invention greater than creation when the creator created the inventor?
I mean, that's definitely profound. I feel like all of what you're talking about is like a topic for another show. And I could see us deep diving into that, but I don't want the whole show to be a conversation about religion, and I know how easily things can go in that direction. Because my thing is this, it's not about changing anybody's mind, it's about making the conversation accessible to everyone, however they experience. So I definitely feel like at some point that's a deep dive that we can take, but I want us to kind of stay on track with the social media thing right now, if that's okay. Right? So there was another thing that you posted that I actually really, really agreed with, because I'm really big on accountability. And you said accountability feels like an attack when you're not ready to acknowledge how your behavior harms others. And then the word others is scratched out, and then yourself. So tell me why that meme resonated with you and what you were thinking when you posted that.
Sometimes we can be our, I'm going to say all the time, we can be our worst critic, worst enemy, worst everything. And I'm a person that is big on accountability. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first to come in and say, listen, I apologize, please forgive me what I did or what I said was wrong or I wasn't right. And so you have to get yourself in check. So many people are so quick to see what you do wrong. You know, see, if I point my finger at you, it's three pointed right back at me. You get what I'm saying? So, we all have to be accountable. And whether it's in a relationship or a business or how you eat, you hurt in some way, shape, or form, you have to understand that, guess what, I just can't operate like this anymore because it's detrimental to me, not let alone someone else. And if you're detrimental to yourself, then nobody else stands a chance.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about you if I'm hurting me every day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it really, when I saw that, I was like, wow. And then I began to think about areas of my life that need to be more solidified. Like, Shannon, you got a lot of work to do, bro. You got to get it together. And, I have these talks with myself because I have to have, and they're necessary. Because sometimes you need to talk to yourself to encourage yourself, and that's being accountable.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I sit right on the edge of the bed and say, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? And I do that often.
Yeah.
I really do. I do it often. And I think we all should.
Yeah.
Keep our own self in check.
Yeah, like integrity.
Exactly.
Right? Like being your word, doing what you say you're going to do.
Integrity. Right.
Yeah.
Integrity. I was having a conversation with my daughter yesterday, and we were talking about excellence. And she said, Dad, you're kind of like, or you try to be perfect in certain areas. I said, nah, baby girl, it's not perfection. I said, but I just want to operate excellence. I said, yes, and I'll never be perfect because I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes, make bad decisions or whatever. I said, but I can operate excellence every day.
Yeah.
And that's that I strive to do, to be more excellent and things that.
Yeah. Those of you listening, if you agree, hit the like button, hit the love button. It's good when you interact. And if you have any comments, I do see that people are saying that they're still getting an echo on our, and I'm hearing it too. Are you sure you don't have, is one of your devices turned up? Or are you just hearing me directly from?
I got the devices over here. None of them,
Are they turned down? I think you only have to hear me through one of them.
Everything is turned down.
Yeah, I don't know. Jimmy, you still get an echo?
I'm getting a little bit of an echo from you now that you just said it.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. Drives me crazy. All right, so let's go to another one because I felt like this was a really good one because I actually commented on this post. Let me see. You put question of the day. And he said, I think this is a great conversational piece. Men, how do you view women who are over 40 or close to 40, who have no kids, never been married, and have no boyfriend? Yes, she is independent, but she desires a partner. Do you secretly think that something may be wrong with her? Why is she detached at this stage of life? Women, and you said women, feel free to respond. Honest opinions only. And then you've tagged me. And you put, I'll wait.
I put that after all of my questions of the day. I put that because I'm waiting on the response.
Yeah.
But to answer that question, this a bunch of different ways. Sometimes women, they get so focused and so enveloped in their career that they didn't give themselves time to have a social life, to have children, get married, etc., etc., etc. Then before you know it, bam, I'm in my 40s or mid 40s or late 40s, and it's like, I never started a family, or I never got married, or they didn't do anything, but they made money. My opinion, this is just my opinion. I believe that every woman that walks the face of the earth really desires to meet her Prince Charming and wants to get swept over her feet and wants to be treated like a queen, get married, start a family, all those things. I just believe that. If this is that specific sister's situation, like I said, it could be she was, indulged in her career. Maybe she was forced. You never know what people's situations are. Some people start at an early age to go and do this. Could have been pressure from the parents, for certain families, like this family, we're all lawyers or doctors or cops or whatever the case may be. It could have been pressure from that. It could have been some people, because they come from certain situations. Let's say their parents didn't help out or wasn't there for whatever reason, and they say, listen, this is not going to be my life. Like, I'm not going to have a whole bunch of kids running around and getting up early in the morning, making them breakfast and putting kids on the bus and getting them. Some people, they say, I don't want my mother's life. And so they're determined to be who they are. And so they don't give themselves that opportunity. So this is why I said this conversation, and I got a lot of crazy responses from that. Some people say, oh, she's a weirdo, and she's just, it's not that she's a weirdo. You just never know what people's circumstances are, where they come from. A lot of people are products of their environment. Yeah. Whether it's good, bad, or different, so, like I said, it can go a bunch of different ways as to why. I don't know. Let me think. I don't know. I do know one of my childhood friends, my friend Tanya just got married. I just turned 44 a couple weeks ago. Tanya will be 45, and she just got married like 2 years ago. I know she doesn't have kids, but when I spoke to her, her deal was she waited. She said she waited to my husband find her. Is she gonna have children? I don't know. 45 is kind of late in the game, but hey, anything's possible.
But then there is something to be said too for, I think as humans, we all look to connect and have, someone who's a witness to our life and whatever that looks like. But I also think there's something to be said for that everybody's not on the same trajectory. Like there's people who do all of that, in their 20s, and then they raise their kids, and maybe they have time to travel in their 40s and do whatever. And then there are other people that they're later with it. But I don't know that there's any kind of rule around that.
If you don't get married and don't have children, that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. We all have the right to choose. Free will age, so that's your choice. Again, that doesn't make you aware.
Yeah.
There's only one female that I know. I've known this female for 39 years now. We've been 5 years old. I don't want to say her name, but she knows who she is. She's been with her boyfriend for 28 years. They have 2 children, but they never got married. They bought a house, everything together. But guess what? She has no desire to get married. I'm not marrying nobody. Now they together. She's happily in her relationship, happy, but she has no desire to marry. Now, to me, that's kind of crazy, but that doesn't work. And I don't feel like, mama, you're gonna get married. She's like, no, I'm good. We good. Everything is good.
Yeah.
It's not my situation. It doesn't affect my life, so I don't. What if I let it bother me?
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I definitely think there's also something to be said for I have to keep switching the volume back and forth. Just the generalizations that we make, no matter what someone's situation is. And what I heard that was inherent in your question is that it requires a generalization to be made, right? That, and there are a lot of people out there that make that generalization, just like there's a lot of women out there who are like, all men cheat, or, I don't know. We got a million of them. Yeah, and I think, we have to be careful, especially in the dating and relationship conversation, to stay in the space of understanding that everybody is a field of possibility. Right? Like at any given time, like you never know who's going to be that person that you're going to most connect with, or who's going to bring you exactly what you want and need if your initial or your framework is to sort of have a rule about certain types of people. Right? Yeah.
It's not echoing as much anymore. I think we could be good with the value.
Well, no, because the reason it wasn't echoing just then is because I turned it down.
Okay, you had it too loud.
Yeah. No, it's that there's something that's echoing out of your, like when I'm talking, it's picking up your, whatever sound is in your house. It's like echoing.
Well, everything is on. The TV's on. The phone's
No. What I'm saying is that, like, when I talk, there's a mic or something picking up at your house and it's coming out of a speaker. So I can hear myself, and then I hear it coming back out of a speaker from the phone.
Okay, let me do something real quick.
Okay.
I got the laptop is not on, but the thing is up, so let me close this down.
Okay.
And then I'll sit
To
this.
those of you who are bearing with us through the technical stuff, thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's still echoing. I don't know what to do about that. So here's one. What were you going to say?
Don't even worry about it. Go ahead and ask the question.
Okay, so there was one that you said, ladies, if he loves you more than he loves his kids, don't trust him. Talk about that one a little bit.
Well, because that is just simply saying, listen, if that man is neglecting his children to the point where he knows energy, time, and money, and everything into you, and not incorporating his children. So, what does that say about his character? If he's willing to turn his back on his children,
Yeah.
then what makes you think that he's going to do the same to you? I mean, this is his own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, and that really speaks value about his character. Now, a real woman is going to be on you by, yo, bro, you need to go see your kids, do X, Y, Z for your kids, and yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
A real woman, I believe, is not going to let you allow you to stand in her life knowingly that you are not doing right by your children.
Mm.
I mean, would you date a guy that you know that will take care of his kids?
If I knew he wasn't taking care of his kids, no. But then what is the indicator, the mile marker? Like what? Like it's a very subjective thing to know until you consistently spend time with someone, right?
Well, as you spend time, you got to figure. Let's just say teacher purpose is only getting you a date. We're a year into dating, so let's say we're in an exclusive relationship. You never met any of my 3 kids. That would raise her eyebrow. So I'm sure one day you'll be like, babe, well, how come you haven't brought the kids around? Like, what's going on with that? And then I'm like, I don't have nothing to do with my children. That wouldn't go over well, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you would want to know, well, why don't you have a relationship with your children? Now, it's different if the kids live in a whole other state, like they live in Florida, we're here in New York, they only come for the summer, whatever. That's different. But like for me, my children live 3 minutes away from me. So for me not to be in their lives, but I'm with you every day, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do.
See how your wheels are grinding right now? You're like, yeah, you kind of have a point.
Well, I'm thinking, I do think you have a point, definitely. But I also think that what can be challenging and subjective around that when applied to real life is, different people have sort of different ways that they protect their children. And, I don't know, it's hard to to decipher if somebody to say, oh, he loves me more than he loves his kids. Like, I feel like that's something that's hard to decipher.
I mean,
and if he's not loving his kids, whatever you're experiencing is probably not really love.
I will say this. I've dated women. I'm going to give you two scenarios. I've dated women who have told me from the door, guess what? My children come before everything and everybody.
Yeah.
And they meant and I've been out with females, and one of those kids called, and it's like, the world stops. You know, and guess what? I'm that with my kids, so I respect it. Now, about 4 years ago, I went on a date, and we're sitting, we're having a good time. My oldest daughter calls.
Oh.
Looks like the light went out.
Yeah, the light went out. It's the beagle. He's chewing on the cord. Go ahead, I'm listening. You can keep going.
Yeah, so my oldest daughter calls, and she's like, she was out somewhere, and something happened with her money, and she was like, Dad, I'm hungry. Can you send me some food? Mm-hmm. So when she told me where she was, I wasn't too far from her. So I told her my date, I said, listen, I gotta go take my daughter something to eat. Just come take her out with me. And she got an attitude like, oh, how you gonna stop the date? This and that and third. Now, mind you, she didn't have children.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand. She didn't understand what it's like to have a child. Mm-hmm. But still, as an adult, you understand, like, yo, listen, I can't sit here. I'm sitting there eating with feeding you, but then my daughter called this, she told me something, but now you gotta go figure it out for yourself. No, I'm not doing that. At the time, she was like 15 or whatever. At the time, so I'm like, nah, I gotta go feed my child. I'm not gonna be feeding you, and then I got my daughter stuff. Like, that's gonna mess with my conscience.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have ordered her something and then dropped it. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. And this was the first date. Like, I just met this female at the time.
Yeah.
And she got upset. She was upset, and so she was like, no, I want to be first in your life. So I knew right then, like, nah, I'm not dealing with this because she's selfish.
That's. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I told her, I said, if you think that you're gonna come into my life and then take precedence over my kids, like, you're sadly mistaken.
Yeah. See, here's the thing about that, though. Sorry, I gotta turn this down for the echo. I think with that too. Here's what I have a thing about, like, hard and fast rules about things, and it's just, you know, whatever. You can agree or disagree. I do think it's very important that when you're with someone who has children, that what you feel and see from them is that they are very committed to their parenting and very committed to, you know, taking care of their children. I also think that you can be involved with someone who, and I've been involved with people before, who their children are of an age where they can be independent and do certain things. And that person, it's possible that a lot of parents use their children in order to move situations around. If
I agree 100%. Now, if my daughter was 35 or 30, so my dad, I'm hungry, now that's a whole other dynamic.
Yeah.
And it's my teenage daughter, so it's I get what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. Because, you know, now my daughter's in her junior year of college. So, you know, matter of fact, she was the one, when we was on the phone earlier, going to the run, that's who FaceTimed me. And I'm like, hold on, I'm on, you know, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, she had some stuff she needed to talk to me about, but it's not, wasn't as urgent as, okay, Dad, I'm sitting, I don't have no food, no money, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
I got you.
It's a different dynamic. But, you know, I just look at it like this. If she's mad at me because I'm feeding my daughter, then guess what? Something's wrong with you.
Well, I mean, I thought she was mad at you because you were feeding your daughter. She probably was just like, you know, pay attention to me.
She said that my children would be an issue in our relationship. But, you know, I try to tell us that my children are not like that. They're not very, you know, what they call all the time.
Yeah.
It was just one of those moments where we were out and something happened and I had to feed her. That's life.
Yeah.
You know? But guess what? That same daughter, back in the wintertime, missed her flight. She was in Atlanta. She missed her flight. And she was like, Dad, I'm stuck in Atlanta airport. I can't get out. You know, I don't want to stay here. You know, so she was like, you know, what should I do? I said, hold on, I'm going to call you right back. And I called one of my friends who was like assistant to his assistant to me. But very, very good friend. I said, Keisha, listen, my daughter's stuck at airport. Can you go get her? She's at your house tonight. Yeah, so I text me a number and everything. I'm going to go on my way to go get her right now, just like that, bam.
Yeah.
Call the carrier and said, listen, here's Keisha's number, call her, give her all the details for the terminal. She's going to come get you, put you up, take you back to the airport tomorrow night, everything's fine, you're good to go. Like, Keisha's going to treat you like she's your daughter, on the strength of me. So, and I would do the same for Keisha's daughter if she was stuck in New York.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, life.
Maybe that's another tool. What you're talking about is just another tool for compatibility too, because different people parent different ways, right? So if you're dating somebody who responds to your children the same way you would, that's speaking to the compatibility right there.
She didn't have children, so I understood that. Her compassion is not going to see. If you have children?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have children I've adopted.
You have animals and stuff, so you have some type of compassion about yourself.
Yeah.
This person didn't have any children, was an only child, so, they kind of feel, those type of people feel kind of entitled. Everything about them. You know what I'm saying? And so, her compassion just wasn't, even if I'm with a female, and I've been on dates where the children have called, things have happened, and I had to end the date. Well, I'm going to be mad at her because her child called and something happened or broke, she's got to go home and deal with that. I can't be mad at you for that.
Yeah.
So just go handle your business, boo. So we'll catch up another time.
Yeah.
So now this can happen every time we go out and get somebody else. Just guess what? You know what? Build it together because I'm not. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna start feeling like you used to get out of here or whatever the case is. This is happening every time I see you.
Yeah.
And that was the only time that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Never happened ever again.
Huh, interesting. There's so many layers. There's so many layers to how we find compatibility with people. Right? Yeah. I feel like too, like the woman that you were talking about, it's like if she's somebody who never had children and doesn't have compassion for the need to parent, then she's more compatible with somebody who's in that same kind of situation, right? Yeah. It happens.
I have a very good friend of mine, Aaron will be 48 this year. He doesn't have any children.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I talked to him, he's like, he's like, they're like, wow, like, you guys doing this. He has a few of us running around, not many, but it's a few of us.
Yeah.
So he just never met. And I was asking, like, how come you never have kids? He said, never met the right one to have kids. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta watch me make some DNA with, brother.
That's true.
That's crazy out there.
The lifelong commitment.
Yes, Lord. I'm happy to say I had a woman with my ex-wife with one woman. That was something I inspired me. So,
yeah.
And I don't want to deal with that nonsense.
Wait, say that again?
I said I don't want to deal with that nonsense. Having a baby mother here, there, bouncing around on holidays. I said, all my kids, one woman, that's it. One shot deal. So all three from my ex-wife, and thank God.
Yeah. And now this might be a personal question, so you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But are you guys good co-parents? Like, do you have a solid relationship? Is it easy?
I mean, we have our differences in parenting, but if things get really hectic, come together and come to a happy medium for the child. Got our moments. It's been rocking.
Yeah.
But today things are better.
Oh, good.
Especially I have two girls and one boy.
Yeah.
Usually, in the experience, it was always with my son. Because at the moment, I'm a firm believer when children are twins, you can bend. When they're trees, you can't bend. So you have to establish that respect. When you first start working when they're young. You have to establish that. So I'm your father and everything else, then we can have fun and be good. But you got to respect the fact that guess what? I'm your father. When I say stop. So obviously, most kids, mother's mouth service more than they do their father. I've never had that problem with my children. So as my son got older, we started feeling this. He started getting a little bit out of control. So she called me and said, listen, talk to your son. And I provided, because he needs that spirit and man voice in his life. And he had it. And there's been times where I had to go in and intervene on her behalf because he was being, sometimes kids feel like it's, I don't care what that is. When I was 15, 16 and got bigger than my mom, I'm like, listen, I heard me that stuff. I heard my mama do whatever I want. I don't care what she say. This is what I'm going to do. all kids go through that.
Yeah.
And he was going through that thing. So, I didn't have to agree with him back then. That's all.
Gotcha. So you guys are like you're on the same page as far as like how you show up for the children, is what you're saying.
I mean, for the most part, I don't agree with everything. She doesn't agree with everything. But guess what? When things get out of hand, she call me and brother, you need to come handle it. And then at that moment, she's going to stay out of it. How I choose to handle it, she's just going to let me rock and handle it.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. So I want to get to like some solutions for people who are like, in this dating world, in this relationship world, and, struggling with how social media shows up in that, dealing with feeling like they're victims of other people's passive aggression. We talked a little bit about the possibility of talking about how, and this is totally like going to sound like a non sequitur after the direction we went in, but how we can apply the 4 agreements to how we manage social media. Like when people are posting memes and posting things and we feel like people are posting about us and that social interaction, how we can make social media a more connective place and less of a adversarial place. I feel like you're an advocate for that with your positivity posting. I try to be an advocate for that, but I get in trouble sometimes. I gotta tell you, when people get triggered.
I so get in trouble. I got in trouble the other day. I posted a meme. It said, ladies, this summer, please wear new sundresses, not the ones you've been sleeping and frying chicken in.
I think I saw that.
So now, obviously, to me, it's just that I found it funny. Shooting jabs at anybody. So I posted. And so one female said, here you go. All you do is pray and poke at people. You're always messing with people. I'm like, I'm not messing. There's no pun intended.
She was wearing her frying chicken dress.
I see things all the time. And I'm like, don't apply, let it fly. But one thing that people take social media literally. And that is the downside. But to me, that there's an insecurity in you. If you think that I'm gonna just talk about myself because I know people do a lot of stuff, petty stuff on purpose. For one moment, that I sit here at my home and think of ways to rub you the wrong way, just to you or to whoever you are seriously deceived. I see things that make me crack all the way up, and there's a lot of stuff that I see that I don't post. Like, now that's just not edifying, you know what I mean? But certain things that I feel like it's funny, like what I posted today. I posted a meme today. It says, what in the one mutual friend do you want?
What in the what?
What in the one mutual friend do you want? Because I get some requests from people all the time. I have no idea who these people are. And we have like 1 or 2 mutual friends. And I'm like, so
oh, I see what you're saying.
But the meme said, what in the one mutual friend do you want?
Like, who are you?
And I at the time, I said exactly, and I'm going to send you. You know what I mean? Because I listen to get people. It's just like, all I do, the good thing about social media, you can either fine or accept and just move on. It's just that simple.
No, I agree. I'm turning down because I agree. I do think it's that simple. I think, though, sometimes people, when they read stuff, they get in their feelings. And so for anybody out there, like if you know the 4 agreements, they're be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions and always do your best. I feel like if you can approach social media in that way, like, when you're posting, speak with integrity. Like, I'm a big poster. I do post things that, inspired me. Like, something happened in my real life. But I don't ever shoot it at anybody. Like, if I have a thing with someone, I go to that person, right? So you want to have integrity when you're posting about stuff, because if you don't, then you think other people are posting about you too, because that's what you do. We always think that other people are doing what we do, right? And then the other is don't take anything personal. I think that sometimes people do, like you said, sometimes people get petty and they do want to say things about you on social media and they want to like be cryptic and passive aggressive. That does happen, but it's on you if you like accept that and then get triggered by it, right? Like it's you that's absorbing that and allowing them that power over you to have you be triggered, right? So you got to ask yourself, like, why am I triggered about it? And then don't make assumptions too, because I feel like sometimes when something resonates with us, we assume that, like you said, that person was sitting around waiting to say that thing, you know, that was for us, and they were trying to come at us. And that's an assumption to make, because they might be talking about somebody else, or like with me, I'm almost always 99.9% talking about myself or some lesson that I just got, right? And then the last is always do your best. Like, here's the thing about always doing your best. I feel like if you get triggered on social media, the best thing you can do is to walk away until you're not triggered anymore and come back with whatever. If you have to respond, your best, most level-headed response. Wait, say that again?
I've been persecuted to the fullest extent on Facebook. And guess what? I've never, ever once responded to a person who persecuted me. I never, because listen, once you entertain clowns, you just became a part of the circus. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to, because you know what? You have people who mind their business every day. But if me and you start arguing, guess what? They're going to read more fathers than 52 comments. You know what I mean? And that's just how people are. I'm not going to get and go back and forth with somebody.
Yeah.
I'd rather use the person who's talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just me, though.
Yeah. And I think, you know, it's a good thing to start putting in practice. It's a good thing for all of us to kind of adopt this idea of, like, even though we have social media, when there's some negativity or there's some beef, handle that in person. Like, those are the conversations to be had in person. Like, if you have a personal relationship with someone and you feel like something's going down, don't let it be digital. Right?
Couples fight on social media.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I agree.
It really is.
So we're running so low on time, Reverend.
Yeah, I know. I just looked at my watch and like, Jesus, 10 minutes to 9 already.
Right? The time goes so fast. Even during technical difficulties, the time goes by really fast.
I said, wow, the time just blew by.
Right? I don't know if we're going to get to the vulnerability quiz, which I do with everybody, but I do want to give you a chance to tell people where to find you, how to follow you, invite people to your church if you want to.
Okay, well, my church is 79 Madison Avenue in Amityville, New York, 11701, Sundays at 11 a.m. Tuesday night Bible studies at 7 p.m. Or you can follow me on Facebook. You can type in Divine Importation Church International and ask to join. I have my own private ministry group, also on Instagram. You can find me the name of the group, Divine Importation. It's called Divine Importation Church. You can find me on Instagram. Or you can just send me a friend request, Chantal Brown, SHANTON Brown, like the color. And I won't hit you with the one mutual friend that you do want.
Right? You got to let them friend you. I might be that mutual friend. You never know.
I won't do you like that.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I would love to. You guys to link up with me, and God is doing some amazing, some really, really great things. Opening some great doors, putting me on some great platforms, and I just want to tell the world about Jesus.
All right. Thank you so much, Reverend Brown. I'm going to let you shuffle out before I sign off, only because it will stop the echo. I wish that we didn't have any technical difficulties, but I still had a fun conversation.
I sure did, to be honest. Rather than me close out, let's deal with the last few minutes. Let's get a little bit of the vulnerability conversation.
A little bit of the what?
The vulnerability conversation.
Well, that's the vulnerability quiz. We need 3 minutes to do, and we're running out of time, and I have some stuff that I want to plug. But I'm going to have you can come back again. When you come back again, I'm going to give you the vulnerability quiz. Okay. We'll definitely do that. We'll put that in the calendar.
Yeah, let's set it up. Let's do it. I would love to come back and be on and be a guest. And again, thanks for the platform. Thanks for the audience. And have some stuff is coming to me about you now.
Say again?
I said, the Spirit of God is speaking to me about you now.
Oh, wow.
Here's what God is putting on my heart for you, Ken.
Tell me.
As you continue to be faithful in what you're doing, the Word of God says, the man who is faithful with little shall be ruler over much. And even though your beginnings may be small, your latter rate is going to be greatly increased. What you're doing, you're going to do it on a large scale.
Oh.
And you're going to begin. Now, I'm going to give you a word of wisdom. A word of wisdom is something that's going to happen supernaturally in your future. And the word of wisdom that I have for you today, you're going to sell out places like Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall, the Apollo, and all kind of big venues. Starting here in New York, because you're going to go around the nation doing these podcasts. But people are going to inquire more about your life experience, and you're going to go into their lives, and you're going to impart things that are in you, preferably women, to receive wisdom on how to get out of situations and circumstances that you yourself came out of.
Yeah.
And things that you went through, it wasn't for you, it was for somebody else. And God's going to give you that platform so that you can help those other women who are where you were, or who are going through what you went through, and you're going to say, look at me. This is what I did. I came out of this. So guess what, sister? There's hope for you. And there's going to be huge good news for you to do that. And God will open those doors.
Thank you, Rev. I appreciate that.
That is the prophetic word that I have for you tonight.
I believe that word. Thank you so much. I'm going to reach out to you after. I got to sign off with the Armed Radio people. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that word. Thank you for being here. I love you too. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, God bless.
Okay. All right, so Armed Radio people, they're going to be out of here soon. All right, Armed Radio, never forget your love machine. If you ever start to feel like you're not getting enough, just make more and ask for Candy. You know, I love you so much. Thank you for listening and tuning in. You know, we'll have the replays. Hopefully there won't be so much echo on the replays. You'll get more of a clear conversation. And those of you who signed in on the Facebook, oh my goodness gracious, thanks.